everybody's so quiet?
Yeah. There's a lot of background noise on your end, Bryn.
Yeah, it's my fan. I'm gonna kill that in a moment.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello.
I believe we are in the middle of being terrified.
What? Why would you be terrified?
I don't know. It might have something to do with the lady who just chopped off a dude's head.
What? No, she's your boss.
Yeah.
That's probably a good sign.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe. I just don't want to get fired. Something tells me it might involve literal fire.
Literal fire. Speaking of literal fire, that Oz fan art. Hot. No, it was really good. It's really good art.
I did get an email very shortly after I finished saying that I did not match the on model. And
What?
I didn't get the job, no.
Well,
they had a lot of people.
Really nailed it.
No, I did not.
What? How?
I didn't though. Well, okay, so let me show you the the tweet. No, the original tweet. Like some other folks sent in like they sent in art that was much better than mine.
How is yours not on model?
It's not. It wasn't close enough.
Ugh, I disagree.
Okay, here's the tweet. So you can browse through. I'll post it here, and you can say like I am not upset like at anybody. Like I'm kind of sad I didn't get the job, but that's kind of to be expected. Well, I'm not mad that I didn't get the job. It's nobody's fault that I didn't get the job. No. But like,
I mean, I'm looking at the official artwork and looking at yours. What is off?
The shoulders aren't right. The arms aren't quite right. The legs aren't quite right.
I mean, longer. You could have made them a little bit longer, but you nailed the head and the clothes.
Well, thank you. I'm really glad folks came out to my stream and suggested a yeehaw outfit. that has literally been what people keep saying in my chat is yeehaw and shit like that.
Yeah,
so,
I was watching the first day when you started for sure, and I was enjoying the Fox outfit. But yeah, that yeehaw came out real good.
I'm glad they like the folks like the Kigurumi. I'm very pleased with it.
I really like the John Marston vest.
Well, I'm sorry that they responded so quickly.
Yes, it's very nice of them.
Yeah, I'm sorry that it didn't go through, but wow, this is some good stuff, and like it should still garner you a lot of attention to just being part of that.
Not so much, but can we
in the long run?
Can we link in chat my post because I am?
Yeah, absolutely. Hold on, I was just on it, so I'll do that.
There you go. There's a link. I am open for commission. I am actually down a patron from a Patreon, and it's September, so make sure to sub to PartyWipeGaming, and if you're very, very kind, also to me maybe.
Yeah, like absolutely, because it's September, and I can tell you for sure that like this channel needs it too, because we've been lagging behind the last couple months. I think it's just been with all the show transitions that we've been doing. Yeah. You know, one of our big supporters has not come in. Basically, shit, I just forgot his name all of a sudden. Morph would know if I. Yeah, no, Morph would know if he was here. He's a Morphane in the chat. This guy is a big supporter of Takahata and his sister's D&D stream. Oh, Probate. You know Probate,
yeah,
right?
I know Probate.
Yeah, we had a Probate type of supporter who would come in once a month and drop a lot of bits that helped fund a lot of the artwork, including what we commissioned for you. But we haven't seen him in a while, and it's kind of caused our funds to fall behind. And and it's like I would very much like him to come back and watch some of these other shows.
Which is not to say
not that I don't like his money.
To mooch off of people.
No, it's
this
not.
Demonstrates very clearly, folks listening, that creative processes live and die based on the support of communities.
And yeah,
we are not trying to take advantage of you. We're not begging for cash. We're just letting you know this is how it works.
And here's the truth of it too. What I liked about him coming in there was he used the audience participation incentives, and so he participated and added variety and flavor to the D&D games we did, because down in our chat descriptions and stuff, we have like a table for 5th edition games. Paying bits gets different things, and he'd buy various things to throw some chaos into the games, and we had some really great moments in things like Dragon Heist because he bought Wild Magic Surges and stuff.
I need to implement a thing
I'm on fire!
The Saving Throw show does, where if you donate a certain amount, people get like re-rolls on things.
That's part of what's part of this. I borrowed from not Saving Throw show, but I used.
They're good folks, by the way. Like
they're
really nice people.
Saving Throw
shout
show.
Out to Saving Throw show.
Shaving Throw show is a good group. What I borrowed Shaving Throw. I used Encounter RP's model when I built ours and expanded on it, because like I looked at their audience retention versus ours and what was more affordable for our audience, and it was like, yeah, I think these are good numbers and these are good ideas, and then I added some extras, and yeah, I thought overall it was a fun element. And I wish that it was a little more. I might retweak it and make it a little more uniform, where it can apply across various games. I don't think it would work in a game like Vampire the Masquerade, because that one is very much story dependent, and having audience chaos include into it can really mess up the storyline.
It's funny to see that.
You just make another table of things that they can buy.
Yeah.
Add dice to pull.
To players and enemies. Yes.
Yeah, I mean that. Actually, let's write that down. That's a good idea.
Nope, just players. Only to screw or help you guys.
Well, I mean,
I need to make a Discord, not Discord, a Roll20 thing for a special one shot that I hope to do on Halloween with my good bud Ark and my buddy Luke, and you guys know Luke already.
Yes.
Luke's girlfriend.
Luke's significant other. I never asked whether or not Alice.
That's a fair point.
Preferred, yeah. So I've always said significant other.
I'd say we'd be interested, but Shay and I will be on vacation on Halloween.
Oh, that'd be fun.
We'll probably tune in though.
Wow, how dare you go on vacation?
Yeah. You rich person who can afford a vacation in this economy.
I mean, afford is a generous word. It's more that I kind of have my bill payment routine in such a way that I can afford to save away a little extra, and then hope that nothing significant happens in the coming weeks after.
Yeah, you assume I'm going to be eating when I get home.
Pretty much. Yeah. Otherwise, how's everybody doing?
I'm gonna grab a drink real quick. I'll be
That
right
does
back.
that does sound good. Does anybody else need to step away and handle something? Like I need to
I
go get
poured
a
it and
drink
I didn't
too.
take it with me.
I got my drinks prepared.
Okay.
I have a bottle of water.
All right.
I do
Tea's gonna
too.
take too long to mix, so I'll stick with water.
Yeah. All right. You guys keep chit chatting for a moment, and I'm gonna go grab something to drink and get myself ready too.
Fun. Well, I started a job yesterday.
Tell us
Good.
about it.
It's just at Michael's. So it's
The art
retail.
store?
Yeah. So
I would love to get away from retail. I mean, technically I like do training and stuff for like retail associates,
yeah.
but I still sell stuff to people. Like why I'm there.
I don't like. Honestly, I don't mind it. Like,
I mean, I don't hate it, but I want to get away from it.
yeah. Like, organizing brings me joy, and I'm a sales floor person. So even though it's stressful, I go around and I just organize everything, and it just makes me feel so happy at the end of it, because I'm like, this used to be a mess, but now it's good. So, yeah.
And see, I just talk to people, and the moments that make me happy is when I can geek out with someone.
Yeah, I did that yesterday.
Because-
There's a guy, he asked like for if there was some like cold press paper or something like that, and I was like, oh, I actually don't know, I'd have to ask my manager about that. And so he was showing me like all his art that he did, and I was just like, holy shit, dude, that looks so cool. And so like we were just talking about it all, and then like I had to like sneak out my phone so I could like get his Instagram and like follow him and stuff, and it was fun. So it's fun like talking to the people there and being like, oh, what do you do? Like there's one girl that did this really cool jewelry designs, and she was showing me pictures, and then this one girl came in and bought this giant, probably like taller than me, canvas, and was like telling me about what she was gonna do on it, and I was just like, that's so cool. But yeah, so I like it so far. I get a discount on stuff there too, so I'll be...
I mean, that's helpful. That's very helpful.
Michael's is expensive.
Yeah. I get a discount now, so I'm good.
I return.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Hey, thank you all. Oh,
No
my cat says hi
problem.
too.
Hello, kitty!
It's Titan.
Did I tell you guys about my ferret? I think I did.
Yes.
You
You
did.
have a
How's your
ferret?
ferret doing?
He's doing good. Oh my god, I found it over the weekend because I had to go home.
You
This is
found a ferret?
No, I found out.
Sorry.
Over the weekend. No, you're good. Over the weekend, I had to go home to watch my mom's dog, so he stayed up here with my roommate, and she was watching him and all that. And this is like a good and a bad thing. It's a good thing in the sense of I feel loved by it, but it's bad in the sense that it makes him stressed out. But he has separation anxiety from me. So, like, she was like, yeah, he was, like, shaking, and, like, he wouldn't run around like he normally does, and he kept pooping, and I was just like, oh my god, he loves me!
Aw.
But at
Also,
the
hi,
same-
Luke.
Hello. Oh, good luck at your audition.
Hi, don't mind me. I'm just kind of disassociating at like 2 o'clock in the morning, so don't mind me.
Oof. And back he goes to obfuscating into the shadows.
Woo!
Yeah, feel free to listen in here.
Yeah. So I'm sorry that your ferret had anxiety that you were gone. That really sucks.
My mom said I could bring him to her house next time though, so that's
Aw.
good.
They're absolutely social animals.
Yeah.
They do require attention.
Yeah. And like
I think
the
when I
thing
had mine, I got them in a pair, so they always had like someone to play with.
Yeah, and he had attention over the weekend because like my roommate was here. The thing that was different was that I wasn't there. So like it's not that he like wasn't getting attention. She would take him out and he just wouldn't do anything. Cuz like we assume it's cuz I wasn't there cuz when I got back, he was totally fine.
He knows who Mama is.
Yeah, cuz I feed him every morning.
That would do it.
Yep. But yeah, so
And
he's
now,
doing
if you ever walk around with a hoodie, you can tuck them in one of the pockets,
I
or
always
like
do
just
that.
in the hood.
Yeah, I brought him to Petco and he was just hanging out in my pocket. And then he would crawl up my shoulders and like sit on my neck like a scarf.
Aw.
Yeah.
So jealous.
Ferrets are like perpetual kittens, right? Like they
Yeah.
never slow down.
Attitude-wise, yes.
They're crazy. The only thing is they do sleep like 90% of the day, but
So
like the few
kittens.
hours that they are awake, they're like fucking
Yeah, they're awake for like 6 hours a day,
yeah.
and then the rest of it they just sleep.
Yeah.
They do. Have you noticed
Rude.
yet that they sleep super heavily?
See, I noticed it in the other ferrets at the store. Roger is like a light sleeper. You'll walk over to him and like he can be like curled up and everything, and if you walk over and you like tap his cage like the slightest, he'll like look up and be like hello. But we were told that he was very playful and like so it's weird. I was like I have yet to pick him up when he's in a dead sleep because he's never been in a dead sleep. So he might just get that out at night, like while we're all sleeping. Cause he is in the living room, so like while we're awake, the lights are on and stuff sometimes. So I think it's just if the lights are on, he like is half awake when he sleeps. I'm gonna move him into my bedroom soon, so hopefully that'll obviously get better. But
you can get like a sheet to cover his pen with.
yeah,
So it'll be nice and dark for him.
yeah.
Well, they're naturally nocturnal anyway.
Yeah.
I kind of at least with mine, it was always they just sleep whenever they want to, and
Yeah. I did read something
after I had them trained, of course.
Yeah, I did read something though, because I do lots of research obviously when I have my pets. I read something saying that like you don't want them to sleep too often when it's light / sunlight, because it'll like mess up something with like their like not schedule, but I don't know. I read something about it and I was like, okay, cool.
Circadian rhythm.
Yeah, something along those lines. I don't know.
I mean, I think that's with every creature, including people. Creature.
I know I've fucked up mine.
Same.
I partially blame Ark for that.
What did I do this time?
The reason why I've been going to bed at 3, 4 in the morning.
I don't control your life.
I thought you said art.
No, sadly, no.
I was like, I feel that.
Blame Ark.
I mean, it's the usual people's reaction.
Why not, right? Uh-oh.
Bye. Oh, welcome back.
Welcome back, Luke.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there.
Okay, sorry that took so long. Dogs wanted to go out too.
So, welcome back.
Oh,
I cannot tell what this symbol is supposed to be. It's like a weird emu rabbit.
Oh, well, I came back to something neat.
Emu rabbit.
Where? This one?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what that's supposed to be.
What are we looking at?
The main page.
Oh, that's the church.
Main page of
Looks
what?
like a llama.
The Egyptian church. The ministry. That's it.
The
The
ministry.
ministry. They rebrand.
What are we?
What's it supposed to be?
It's a long story.
Like Anubis, I think.
So
One of the
there's
Egyptian gods.
there's a sect of vampires that are kind of like assassins, but they're quote unquote reformed now. But nobody fucking trusts them because they used to work with the Sabbat.
I mean, I
And-
worked with the Sabbat.
Shenanigans. Yeah. So like.
But
it's-
Desert of the Night in Shadow.
Yeah.
It's the person, in LA by Night, Satine Phoenix plays somebody who's from the Ministry. So I forget what the coterie is called, or not the coterie, the vampire clan is called, but yeah. It's kind of like, it's not in the books, kind of like Tsumitsu is also not in the books.
I
What is it
know
supposed to
what
be?
I know what it is, but I don't want to say anything because who knows? You might find out later on.
No, but what is the icon supposed to be?
It's another clan of vampires.
Link it,
Well,
link it, link it. I want to see.
What is it? But what? Like,
Or are we
not
just
what
looking
is
at
it supposed to
these?
represent? What is the image supposed to be?
Oh, it's a Egyptian thing.
Is that the one?
Yeah,
Is
it's
that the clan Satine Phoenix was a part of?
Yes.
Yes, I just said that.
I wasn't here.
Yes,
Alright,
you were.
so-
Oh.
Alright, so to just settle back, it's basically because, you know, the clan that you're referring to has ties to, I think, Egypt, so it's
Mhm.
supposed to represent the eye makeup, I believe.
I do
And
not
if-
see
and
the
if
eye
we-
makeup. You mean
and
the
if we-
Wayjat? Because it does
Yeah,
not look like a Wayjat.
Wait,
Right,
is
what
that
symbol are you referring to up here? The one next to the
That-
crown?
Yeah. Because the crown is a crown, the cross is a cross. What is it?
That's a set dog.
Pointy nose dog?
Set dog. So those were the
Not Anubis, but Set.
yeah, those were like the favored animals of the Egyptian god
God
Set.
of the Dead.
Oh wait, is that the clan that Satine Phoenix is a part of?
Oh, you're funny. Get out.
What? Fucking
Get out. Finian, get out.
Finian's been fired from the mayor's hall.
Yeah. You're fired.
This
You
is
think
Indiana
you're
telling you, go home.
you think you're so cute.
Ooh woo.
I'm looking up the info on the wiki page for LA by Night so I can find out. She's part of the Ministry, which has no links. Fuck you, god damn it. It's like, right, I can click on the link to the Ministry and it'll tell me shit. No, in fact, I cannot because the link doesn't
Maybe
work.
you'll find out
Cat,
about
get out
them
of my kitchen.
soon. Woo!
Okay, noisy dogs drinking water. Stay out there.
We can't hear him. It's okay.
Okay, because he's very loud about his slurps. Needs to get his sips.
That's okay.
Everyone needs to know he's drinking water.
God, this.
Nice.
You. Little trouble. Little trouble with a capital T. Hi. Yes.
Oh, I love
Hello.
that movie.
Thank you.
Oh, I like Big Trouble in
Little
Little
trouble with a
China.
capital T.
I love Little China and Big Trouble.
Alright.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Welcome back.
That
So, are we ready and good to go?
I believe so.
Hi.
Any last minute business anyone has to attend to?
I'm going.
Yeah, let me step away for 10 minutes. No, I'm ready.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I have to go make dinner.
Is that the clan Satine Phoenix
does
was in?
everybody have...
No, that was
we're
another
not
one.
sponsored by LA by Night or Satine Phoenix herself. But,
Well,
Satine
they
Phoenix,
want
if
shout
you
out
would,
to Satine.
yeah, Satine Phoenix, if you want to give a shout out to our show, we love you.
I mean that
That's my
Yeah.
favorite
would
clan.
be fab.
Satine Phoenix.
Phoenix clan now.
They rise from the
She's-
ashes. You can't kill them.
Yeah, actually, that's who Finian's sire is.
Oh, well, there you go. We
Yeah.
can get guest stars. Let's do it.
Satine Phoenix. There you go. Right.
He's not actually a Malkavian. He's just had a front this whole time.
Well, that's fine. In in Sounds of Silence, the person parading as a Malkavian was actually a cative. So
Eh.
the Malkavians were not amused when they saw him.
Yeah, no, I'm kidding.
Oh, imagine not.
No, they very much called him immediately. They were like, "Yeah, stop doing that thing you're doing where you're trying to act like us because we know what we're like and you're not it. Stop it." And then like his whole coterie was like, "What?"
Ah, here it is. I have found the information that I require.
Honestly, that
Uh,
is a really
so
understanding
this is-
and light reaction to a cative.
Yeah. Well, he had permission from the prince to be alive, so
There you go.
I mean, that's how it's done.
So the Ministry, also called the Ministry of Set, followers of Set, or Setites, are a clan of vampires who oppose the Egyptian god Set. Orthodox Setite belief dictates that Set will one day return to rule or consume the world, and devout Setites prepare the way for his resurrection. To this end, the clan remains independent of the sects of other kindred and practice with great skill the art of corruption, deceit, and they refer to themselves as Mezu Bedsheet, or the Children of Rebellion. Due to their inherent clan weakness, followers are extremely susceptible to sunlight, double damage, and have
Hey,
a
I
great
know that
difficulty acting under bright lights. On the other hand, followers of Set curiously are immune to basilisk poison. I know there's gargoyles in this game, but basilisks?
that's news to me too. I know how that double sunlight penalty feels, though. Oof.
Yeah. I don't want to dig any more into it just in case we run into one of the Ministry, but also
We lost you
there's
at
some
also.
info there. So yeah. It was and also. At least
Oh,
we have
okay.
some info there. Basically, I'm ending this in a funny way,
Hmm.
but now I have to explain it because my mic cut out, so it's not funny anymore.
Yeah. Okay. Well, first of all, thank you, computer, for putting that there. There we go. Alright. Also, Chicago by Night is officially released, so I need to get my hands on that real copy so I can update my La Sombra and hopefully have cooler shadow powers.
Hopefully.
Tentacles aren't enough.
Tentacles were never enough. You never have too many tentacles, and tentacles are never enough.
I mean,
And
that's
chickens.
true.
All
Honestly-
of the tentacles.
Honestly, if I didn't already know you guys already had a La Sombra, I probably would have guessed it as a La Sombra.
They're so good.
They're fucking amazing. I love the La Sombra.
That is a very quick way to get your ass beat, though. Because the La Sombra are generally Sabat, and we're with the Camarilla.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah. It's also true.
Nope. Please ignore the alarm. There's nothing going on. Nothing at all. Nothing whatsoever. Ignore the man behind the curtain. It's everything is fine.
Ignore me! Ark, I think we're
everyone
ready.
to start.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, a quick recap. I don't know what actually did happen last time. It was a very
Navina doesn't
uneventful
remember.
session, I'm sure.
I wonder why.
Justin has been giving me shit over that the whole week.
Good. You deserve it
deserve
for
it,
that
absolutely.
deliciously dastardly play.
He's not gonna live it down.
You went into a room alone
Anyway.
with a Ventru. You got what you deserved. But yes, you guys finally made it to the Harpies party, bringing all the blood you had collected. When you got to the elevator, a couple of ghouls tried to stop Finian from going up, as he didn't have an invitation. Desra gave them a look, and they said, "Nope, not dealing with that."
As you do.
We all should learn from that experience.
The rule is don't fuck with Desra.
Mhm.
That should be a Chronicle tenet.
Yeah. Yep. Oh yes, I see it right here.
You guys met the Harpy. Navina and William got into a little verbal, not dispute, but battle, you could say. Which I believe we'll just call a stalemate.
It was a tie. It was a tie. I count that as a win.
He won.
Mhm.
Luke agrees that he won, so he
Doesn't
won.
matter. From somebody who's been dead 3 years versus a harp that knows how long, a stalemate is a fucking win, man.
He was probably
I'm sure.
going easy.
I'm sure he'll say something totally
Honestly,
different
they're
to his
both
group of friends.
Ventru. They both feel they won. Sorry.
But during the middle of that verbal battle, Navina paused as she saw someone on the upper balcony, which turned out to be her mother, along with her sire. Navina and
Mother
Desra.
sire.
Her mother sire, yes. That's what I... Navina and Desra went up. The sire blew them both off. Navina insisted on speaking to her mother, which was allowed. And then when they had a private conversation, her mother used cloud memory on her, making all of Navina's character development go away.
I hate you.
I know you do. And Finian went around doing premonitions. And as the coterie met up again after that moment, the march of just about 4 people entering the room, hoisting the man named Jimmy on a cross nailed to it, a stake in his heart. The prince announced that Jimmy had broken the Masquerade, pulled out the stake, and drew a saber, lopping off the gangrel's head. Currently, it is a few minutes later. The cross has been hoisted up and is dangling from the ceiling. The head is being pinned up by the hair, and the body is still attached to the cross. Right now, it looks like a 10-year-old withered corpse.
Oh, he hasn't been a vampire that long. Oh.
Every so often, you hear some coagulated blood drip and drop onto the floor. And that is where we pick back up.
You said it looked like about 10 years old?
Yes.
Yeah, when you die as a vampire, your body catches up to what your actual age is. So, if Desra dies, it's going to look like dust.
Probably a bear skeleton.
Yeah.
It'll be gruesome.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, same.
Wait, so what did the prince say before all of it?
She accused Jimmy of breaching
That he
the
broke
For
masquerade
Masquerade? Okay.
and was calling the true death upon him.
Okay. Cool.
I take a sip from my glass.
I want to like
He
slowly
didn't
make
break
my
the
way over.
masquerade.
We do have to present ourselves to the prince.
Do I see this? Do I see Finn going anywhere near the prince?
How subtly is Finian being?
I actually don't think he's being subtle. I think he actually walks over and like very like
Oh no.
properly bows to her and says hello.
Yeah. Desra will give the doctor a nudge and start making her way over as well.
I'll follow.
I am with Octodad.
Yeah. We needed to present ourselves to the prince anyways, so it's okay that Finian started it. When Finian surprisingly gives a proper bow, Desra will also kneel and lower her head to show respect.
I feel like he would actually do like a half bow, like half curtsy, even though he doesn't really have like a skirt. He's just sort of like he does sort of his like
Grabbing her
own little
pants.
thing. Yeah.
Navina and the doctor.
I give a curtsy as well.
Yeah. After that, there's no way in hell I'm not gonna, and curtsy and all of that. What was that?
Sorry, I had a there was a bug, so I just slapped it. I tried to go I tried to go as far away from my computer as I could to hit it, but then I realized the microphone is on my headset, which is on me.
It just followed you.
So I was just like, never mind.
Whack.
Yeah.
I'm definitely going to be deferential to the prince. I don't want to get fucking killed.
As you all bow, she smiles, raises up a hand for you to stand up.
Desra will get up.
And stands eagerly. And he wants to ask a question, but he's it's like he's trying really hard to hold it back.
I'm gonna take Finn's hand and just give it a squeeze that's too hard.
He just like bites his lip and like grins.
The prince moves towards you. Thank you for presenting yourselves, my Marischal. And she will give each of you a kiss on the cheek as a greeting. Very cordial, very regal looking.
Does it leave lipstick on our cheeks?
I didn't think it's that kind of kiss. It's like air kisses.
Ah.
Well, could be.
Ark, is it for real smooches?
Probably not enough to get actual lipstick, but like, not because you don't want to mess up the attire essentially.
Mm-hmm.
She's
But it's
doing
close
that.
enough that you know that she is actually formally greeting you.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
It's that kiss on both sides of the cheek thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I will follow suit.
Hey, trusty. Treats are beyond satisfactory.
Ark?
I haven't gotten the chance to try them yet, Miss Epwane.
Of course.
I like your dress. Or whatever she's wearing.
It's a very high collar Victorian dress. Black, of course.
You're looking radiant tonight, my prince.
Far more elegant than anyone else here.
Naturally.
That was quite the show, Your Highness.
Masquerade breaches are nothing to be trifled with.
How did he break the masquerade?
We
I
brought him.
squeeze his hand really tightly.
I really
Finn,
hope.
that's
I just hope that all
Right.
the giggles after every sentence Finn makes is actually in character.
Oh, mine?
Yeah.
Probably. They're usually so fun fact. I do that like after every time something like my characters say something. It's more of like a nervous thing, but like it can totally be in character. He just like giggles
hope
after
it
everything
is.
he says. Because he's just like, yay, I actually spoke. I'm talking to people.
Malkavians.
You blush a flight too early, Navina.
I do what now?
You hiccuped.
Oh.
Oh, but if she squeezes his hand, he would just sort of like look over and be like, "Why are you squeezing my hand?"
I do that like shaking my head and making the like across my neck of don't do it. Don't start.
No, I mean,
Her smile turns a little more strained. Just let me worry about that, dear Finian.
all right. I was just curious. And then he just goes back to his own business.
Are you saying that as in he's leaving?
No, he just sort of like, like, I guess all curiosity that he once had just sort of drops from his face. Like he just sort of like, at first he was like, ooh, like really eager looking. Like he was like, hey, I really want to know this. And then the moment she's like, just let me worry about it, he's just like, okay. And then he just sort of like goes back to normal.
Just like, oh.
I don't squeeze his hand so tight anymore.
Are there any other shows we can expect tonight, my friend?
Not from me. Dear Doctor, the Harpy was gracious enough to let me put on this little act. I'm not quite sure what he has planned.
Listen. Now I hold that back. I don't say anything.
I'm look at and look back at the prince. I didn't realize there was any entertainment planned other than the usual festivities, and of course being graced by your presence, Your Highness.
It's more than a mixer, I assume.
Is it like some cool meeting?
I don't know.
I mean, technically, I didn't get an invitation.
You
You're
didn't.
saying that out loud.
Yeah, he would like, but it was more like under his breath, and he's just like, he made a little pouty face. He was like, I mean, technically, it wouldn't. It's probably not that important.
She looks
There
at Finn
wasn't
and
an invitation when you gave us ours, Your Highness.
well, unfortunately, it was not my decision. I granted the Harpy use of Elysium. He got to make the invitations.
Yeah, I wasn't saying you didn't.
Of course not. We would never insinuate such a thing.
The Harpy's mistake then.
Oh, Ark, no! Oh, I can't call him back because I don't have access
know
to
what
it.
happened.
Hi! You clicked
I
the
think-
wrong button.
I think I brushed the touchpad on my laptop and it accidentally hit.
What happened?
Hmm.
I accidentally hit the mouse pad
You
and
went into the wrong chat.
went into another chat.
Well, you're alive now.
As alive as you can be.
I feel like
So it's a mistake on the Harpy's part then. And I kind of like glance towards like what's left of the body, and I'm kind of have that look on my face like I'm mulling over like, can I do anything with this? Can I learn anything from this?
I'm just trying to stand where it's not gonna drip on my very, very nice off-white outfit.
Do you aim to dispose of the body yourself?
I give her such a look. Just such a look.
So does the prince.
Why was he on a cross?
Thematic. At least that's my assumption.
Yes, very much for the thematics.
Ah!
Now, I must apologize, but I have other people I must speak to.
Alright, bye.
Of course.
Have a good night, my prince. We're around if you need us.
I would like to look around and see if anyone that, like the Harpy or the guy in red or anyone is paying like an unusually dangerous amount of attention to the prince.
Sure, roll awareness for me.
Awareness. Wits.
Yes.
Wow.
Wow.
Hey!
5 successes. So,
Heck yeah.
taking a quick glance around, most of the vampires in the room are stealing glances as you usually do at the party when the guest of honor arrives.
Mhm.
Man in red is still on the balcony, just kind of surveying the whole room. You cannot currently see the Harpy.
He hasn't moved. Hmm.
One second, I think he's all high and mighty.
So I kind of like lean back so speak a little softer just so my coterie can hear.
Hmm.
The Harpy is missing.
I'm gonna find him, and then he'll start walking off.
I still have hold of Finn's hand and keep him here.
like drags you with her.
Yeah, I think he'd try.
Finn, it's sort of imperative that you stay with us.
Well, then you guys can come with.
I look at
I
the
just thought it might
doctor
be a
and-
little suspicious if we're all walking around looking together.
It's going to look suspicious if the Marshal are splitting up as well. It all depends on what people expect of us. And right now, I would like to read the room, which I think is one of my specialties. Let me check. Yes, read the room is an insight that I have. Yeah, I wanna get a feel of like how the room is reacting to not just us, but like us after the prince came to talk to us and whatnot.
Okay, roll a charisma insight.
Was Navina's mother missing from the scene too? Or was she still with Guy?
I
I think just the red man was on the balcony.
Yeah. I got a 3.
So, reading the room, getting kind of a feel for what people are thinking, feeling the tension around. There's a bit of shock at the true death. There, quite a few people are keeping their eyes on the prince. And there's a few groups who keep looking over at you.
And what sort of groups keep looking over at us?
You can see a group of what you think are Toreador. They're somewhat, from what you can tell, kind of worrying about the outfit and somewhat sizing the Marshal up.
Oh, really? Sizing us up, are they?
I'd like to. This doesn't really have anything mechanics wise right now, but I'd just like to make note that I'm activating my new power, heightened senses.
Hey!
And then do you just
Okay.
do you know how that works, or should I display it?
You should display it.
Do I just click the display,
Yes.
or do I click the button next to display? Print
The
details.
button.
Cool. But yeah, it's just if I have to
I
do some rolls.
heightened senses for adding aspects.
So, Navina,
Yes.
you're more affluent in these kinds of events. Is it typical that we should remain together or mingle, or is it typical that the host would vanish?
And right now, I like open up my purse and pull out lipstick, and I go to like try and fix it in a compact mirror. And in the mirror, I very slowly tilt it so that they can see the Toreador that's eyeing us up. I don't suggest we get too far away from one another. Let's not forget, they just see us as a bunch of new licks.
I don't
Slow
care
head
for how
turn to
they view
Desra.
us.
Yeah.
You might not care, but what you appear to be is everything in these situations. Nobody cares about anything but the mask. You don't break the mask here.
Well, yeah, we just saw
Not
what
my
happened.
intent.
It's not a deadly sort of thing, Finn. It's more of a how people are going to perceive you if they think you're weak. How people are going to act if you don't stand up for yourself. How the Harpy is going to give you ghoul work to do because he thinks you're beneath him. That
Means
sort
they
of
aren't
thing.
taking our position seriously.
We're a nice little show, but we're not a threat. We're puppets. We're cute. We're adorable. I
Oh,
would rather they not see us that way. If we present a front that is, we were the ones that caused this, and when she closes her lipstick, it's pointing up at Jimmy. I think it sends a pretty clear message, don't you think? We are going to discuss this after, by the by. Back at our haven.
And in the meantime,
We
what
don't
about our
say a
missing host?
word. Missing host?
That is what I asked of.
The Harpy can do as he likes. It's his place and
party.
his party.
I don't trust him.
I'm concerned for our friend.
He'd be a fool to try anything against the prince at his own party.
I don't think it would be anything involving just him if it is.
And he seems pretty foolish.
Desra does give a glance to Navina if she's picking up any vibes like something bad might happen here too. To Desra, it seems very weird that after a display of giving someone true death, it would probably not be a smart move to then try and pull a coup on the person who performed final death.
Oh, absolutely. No, I'm just going to be very, very outwardly calm. Very outwardly calm. And after my lipstick's applied and put the stuff back in my clutch, I'm going to let go. Well, I wouldn't have Finian's hand because I need.
Yeah, I was about to say,
both
wait,
hands.
do you have my
I
hand?
was like, I don't have that many hands. No, I
It was
am not.
Finian's hand applying
I can't.
lipstick the entire time.
Yeah, it was Finn like putting it. No, I will very calmly take Desra's arm, as like you guys have seen this 100,000 times, and just walk with purpose to wherever we decide that we're gonna go. If we're gonna look for the Harpy, we better go talk to somebody. And since there's Toreador that are staring us down, how about we start with the most obnoxious people?
The gossips. Let's go talk to the gossips.
Exactly! The gossips know shit.
Okay, let's go speak to some Toreadors.
Yay! Is there anything I should know about them before I say something?
Oh, they're going to
Yes.
they're going to
Pretty.
love you. You don't need to worry.
Toreador are very much like the prince.
Ah.
Well, the Toreador
And
are like the prince.
again, not all of them, but still, I do. I like nudge, Fenian to like the pool of very old sludge that is now making a mess in Elysium.
He just like
Don't step on
I do take one more glance at the corpse and it's like a very like that's interesting. So that's what happens. Kind of like studious, academic, kind of, and then I move with the rest.
every time Finn looks at it, he sort of like smiles.
God, it's fucking creepy.
But it's like one that it's like obviously sort of trying to like hide in a way. It's like he like bites his lip and then it's like corners of his mouth just sort of go up a bit and he's just like,
Nervous smile.
Yeah, I guess. Not really nervous. Nervous is it's more like he found an answer to something, I guess.
Oh no. Well, you did find an answer for the rose and the cross.
Maybe. Is there a way I can know if like
No.
that's something that a premonition meant? Okay.
It's fairly obvious, though. She is
Yeah.
a rose. That's a fucking cross.
Yeah.
I mean, it could also be a red herring.
See, the thing though,
Okay.
I don't know if like yeah, I guess he would sort of make this conclusion. I don't know if he would say it though. Yeah, I guess as they're walking over, he just sort of would be like, "See, the thing that concerns me a little bit, not really concerns. Yeah, is when I got that vision, I was looking at him, the harpy." Dude, Valentine, Val, dude, thingy thing.
Valentine?
Yeah. And it could just be that he knew about it. But at the same time, I feel like it was supposed to be a shock to everyone. But then if he knew about it, then I feel like he could still do something because that means that she put enough trust into him to tell him, but she didn't tell us.
I am going to, like, put a finger on Finn's lips just for the moment and whisper very quietly in his ear, I'm not angry with you, Finn. I'm not upset in any way, shape, or form. But do you remember I said before, we need to talk about this when we get home? This is not the time. Speculating out loud is not a good time. I have things that I'm very confused about too. We don't talk about this right now.
Okay.
Right now is smile and happy and don't take any shit from anyone. No violence, but use your words. Okay?
Okay.
That's fine.
Good.
Just keep in mind, if the harpy didn't know about this, and he did say that something was going to happen, then he has another surprise tonight. Or perhaps he didn't know,
Good.
and this is what he meant.
We'll find out. However, are you going to tell the prince that she can't do something? No matter what your station is?
I don't understand.
I look at her very confused. because I've been a vampire all of what was it, 3 years? Yeah. So like I get it. I understand this fucking status quo.
No, it's like what? It's more like, what reason do I have to tell her not to do something?
You don't ever tell the prince that she can't do something.
I'm aware. I'd have no reason to do such a thing.
Things being what they are, we're almost at our destination. Suppose now is a good time for putting on smile.
Yeah, I think Finn would smile and wave at them.
I smile for the Toreador. Good evening.
One of the Toreadors smile back. A young-looking man in a black velvet suit with a purple shirt raises a goblet towards you. Ah, the Marechal. It's a pleasure.
And who might you be, my dear? I see our reputation precedes us.
Oh, of course. You'd be more hard-pressed to find someone that wouldn't recognize you.
I just smile.
But I am,
I hope what you've heard are all good things. And I sip from my glass.
Ark.
He's dead.
Dad! Oh no.
Oh no, he might actually be dead.
Shit.
It's okay. I shall be the storyteller now.
Oh god!
I have assumed direct control.
Mr. Velvet has come for
Wait,
revenge.
Hang on.
Assuming direct
God
control.
damn it, I hate you so much.
Sorry.
You're you're okay. The robot uprising has begun.
All the humans are dead.
They were more like
okay, I'm back. Sorry about that.
biochemical synthetics.
I forgot to take a pill this morning.
Ah.
Oh, that's why they were so quiet.
Hmm?
I said, oh, that's why they were so
Oh,
quiet.
oh. I derped a little bit.
Me, I am Benjamin Petrova. At your service.
I will extend a hand in the kiss the ring sort of fashion.
He smiles and he does accept the hand. And the barest brush of the lips, he comes back up.
I'm sorry, Benjamin Petrova?
Petrova, yes.
Petrova. Okay.
And what brings you here tonight, my good
Oh, you know. See what fashion trends the Harpy is setting.
Yes.
See the Princess show. Meet the Marischal.
Oh.
All
Well,
good things.
I'm flattered. Well, you've managed to check one off of your bucket list.
Actually, two.
Think call
Oh.
3, really.
Have you seen the Harpy? He seems to have absconded.
You know, I haven't seen him at least since the prince came in.
Maybe he got scared. He grin a bit.
I think Navina would probably smile a little bit despite herself too. Like, yeah, let's talk shit on the Harpy. I'm okay with that.
Does Mr. Valentine have a reason to be scared?
No, nothing I
Not as
know
far as
of.
I'm aware.
It'd just be funny.
How do you know Mr. Valentine? If you do know him. Or is this your first time to one of these events?
He laughs and kind of like moves his hand. Oh, Valentine and I, we go back a little ways. I procure a few talented tailors and such for him.
Wait, is this the guy who gave us our clothes?
Could very well be.
I don't know.
Do tell.
Did we have to like go to a place for? Excuse me, I just choked on my spit a little bit. Blah. Do we have to go in for tailoring? Do we have to go in for tailoring and that sort of thing?
I assume over like the month you did go in to get measured and adjustments done.
Okay, so he's
Do we
not the tailor;
recognize?
he's the wholesaler.
He basically gives the tailors.
Cool.
Now, what did you think of our dear Prince's little show? I certainly.
I look at Finn, and I give Finn a look I've given Finn many, many times.
I thought it was pretty fun to see it in action.
Interesting. Bittersweet.
Appropriate. Exact.
Masquerade. Oops, sorry.
Oh, sorry. Exact
No,
punish.
finish.
Exact punishment he be deserving.
Oh, what did the poor boy? Which one rule did he breach?
Did you not hear the prince herself and said that he broke the masquerade?
Yes, but in what way?
I don't think that's
No, not
anyone's
everyone
business.
is.
I believe if it was something that needed to be public, it would be, but I think all of us are smart enough to understand how not to breach the masquerade, don't you? Sadly, Jimmy was not, but I can see from what remains of him, he wasn't at this game very long. Which is probably why he was so easy to bring in. You do know that we brought him in, right?
Oh, I figured the Prince's Marischal usually has a hand in business like that.
Oh, first hand delivered. And I smile.
It was fun.
Shame for wasting resources, but I suppose The message is more important here for the prince.
How'd you feel about it?
The final death is truly a terrifying thing to behold. Let us all hope that it never happens to us individually.
We'll stay in line and it won't. It's pretty simple.
There's like a slow look to Vinian, and like
And he's literally just like looking around, like totally like oblivious to what that sounded like.
Yeah, Navina is actually laughing and like has a hand half covering her mouth and then just smiles flippantly and says, "We have other business to attend to, so if you don't mind ever so much, we must speak to the Harpy. Good evening."
The smile on the man's face remains, but there is no kind of warmth or anything in his eyes.
There is definitely a look of, I will fucking murder somebody in Navina's.
Finian will like notice that like they're making their leave, and he'd just sort of like smile and be like, "Nice meeting you."
and then as they leave,
This is
it's
why
just-
Malkavians are not invited.
I imagine the Primogens are here. Unless the Harpy is that much of an asshole.
if anything, the conversation here is amusing. Good day.
So where are you going next?
Trying to find the Harpy.
I wanna try and look around and see if I can find him, or hear him, or smell him, any of them.
Or taste him.
Yeah, or taste him.
Okay.
I would like to just look for him if I could.
That would be wits and awareness.
Alright.
Me too.
Yes.
Where are you?
And then I add my auspex, right? Yeah. So that's +2.
Do I
This is
get a
gonna be a
bonus?
lot.
Do I get a bonus from Read the Room?
Aww.
I don't think so, because that's not reading the room, it's looking for someone.
4.
I had 9.
9 dice, and you got 2 successes.
And I got 2.
Wow.
Come on, dude.
I mean,
this is supposed to
yeah,
be my
willpower.
specialty.
Just big oof.
I've seen such things before. It happens to the best of us. It's okay.
I guess if he's focused on the conversation he just had and he wants to know if he did good.
I'm very proud of Finn. I will pat him on the shoulder. You made that a lot more fun than it probably should have been. But maybe don't say that again.
Well, you said you wanted us to seem like we're not cute.
Bitch, I'm adorable.
I need him to wear a shirt that says that.
we can find
Bitch, I'm
it.
adorable.
We can
With
find it. We
glitter.
can make it happen.
With glitter where it says adorable.
Okay, slam my door. Sorry.
It's okay. Yes. Yes, that. Sorry. Ark posted a gif of bitch,
Bitch,
I'm
I'm
adorable.
adorable. Just like that.
Vegeta.
Yeah, I look to Finian and say, Do you understand what exactly you said to him and what it means?
I mean, I told him how not to die.
Darling, sweetheart, you basically told him that we will murder him.
You told him to take a number.
Oh,
Yeah, which is
I
why
feel like that's pretty fun too.
I admit it is. I will not lie and say that it wasn't. But we can't do that anymore. Once is fine. Once sends a message. Those folks were probably going to be uppity. Just let's not do it again, okay, Finn?
I was more so trying to say that she would kill him.
That's not
Ooh.
that's not much more reassuring.
No.
Okay.
You did a good job.
You
Yes.
did.
Ain't saying you done anything bad.
No.
Cool. Let's have more conversations.
Yes. I'm still looking for the freaking
Yes,
artwork.
you do see him out on the floor.
Okay.
He is currently talking to a woman wearing a very old-fashioned dress. Very fashionable, but still, like, you can tell at these events people bring their oldest clothing to show how their age.
Just go grave robbing. It makes
No one fucking cares. Vintage?
Oh, it is absolutely a thing.
Does that mean the
Yes.
prince is a few hundred years old?
Easily.
Victoria?
I imagine you don't get to be prince if you're very young.
Not unless you have some very powerful friends backing you up.
Yup. That. Who then probably become primogens.
Valentine actually sees you all, and he begins kind of waving you over.
Okay.
Approach.
I was muted, but I said and runs.
No! No, Finn, no!
No, not Finn. I was saying when I said it when he said Valentine sees you all and I was like runs.
Oh, okay.
No, he wouldn't run. He's trying his best to conform to the group.
He Naruto runs across the main floor.
Yes.
Living his best life.
Also,
Yes.
slight warning. Slight warning, the wall in my room is on the other side of the TV. Like, the other side of the wall is the TV, and my roommates have decided to start playing Just Dance. So, I apologize if you hear anything.
Oh boy.
So
Hopefully
far,
not.
nothing.
Yeah, you
So,
should.
Okay.
Might be fine.
Alright. Just wanted to warn, just in case.
You're alright. Yeah, I will let Desra lead me there.
I will do so.
As you approach, Valentine smiles and goes, the Marshal, I would like to introduce you to the Ventru Primogen. And Desiree, you've probably already met her before with your time in Vancouver.
Mm-hmm.
And she holds out her hand in the kiss the ring towards you.
I love how we've just called it Kiss the Ring.
I don't know what else to call it, really.
Oh man, because this is it's a Ventru, but it's a Primogen. There's
It's like one step below the prince.
I know, and it's very much a Lasombra having to kiss the ring of a Ventru.
I can take the bullet. Because
No, it's okay because it's a primogen. Like there is respect due regardless of my own Lasombra animosity. So she does have. You already knew what this relationship was. But Desiree gives like a very thin-lipped smile, like tucking back that Lasombra pride, knowing full well that it is a primogen. And so she takes the hand and leans in and gives it just the lightest respectful kiss.
Finian would lean over to Navita and be like, "What's a primogen?"
I say very quietly to Fen, they're the oldest vampires in their clan, and the ones that are sort of counsel to the prince. So they're a big deal, and they're one step above our pay grade.
Oh, so should I bow?
You should be very polite, but not overly polite. We are the prince's guard. Don't forget.
Okay. He would like nod to her with like a look on his face that he's like doesn't quite know if this is what it's right to do, but he's gonna do it anyways.
Dr. Lorna Bione, pleasure to meet you.
I'm Finian.
Navina Marlin. Always a pleasure.
What did you say her name was, Art?
She says her name is Marissa Conti. Charmed.
God, okay, so okay. When you said the last name, my first thought went to Silence of the Lambs.
I've never seen it.
I haven't actually seen it, but it's the whole I ate his fava
With a Chianti.
Chianti.
Oh.
Is it Chianti or Conti?
Chianti.
Conti.
Oh,
I heard Conti.
The drink is Chianti.
Kanti.
Okay.
Apologies. I thought you were asking about the movie.
Yeah, no, the name. I'm just making notes.
Gotcha.
Conti, it's good to be seeing you again.
Always a charm, Desra.
There's the subtlest smirk.
Has the harpy
cut out?
been...
Oh, I just gave a subtle smirk at that comment.
Has the harpy kept you well entertained and refreshed?
Oh, Valentine here always puts on a decent party. Invites the fun ones.
Yes, I was rather curious about that. The prince mentioned something of a show, and I'm wondering... Is it what we just saw, or is there more in store? You have something up your sleeve, Mr. Valentine?
Finny would like immediately look over at him and just watch.
Oh, there's always a trick or two up these old sleeves. But I can't make any commitments to your statement.
You can't tell us whether or not there's more in store.
Well, that would be spoiling it, wouldn't it?
I would like to, I think that's a fairly obvious thing to say, but I still would like to insight that.
Well, the doctor insights that. I say to the harpy.
What do you decide exactly?
When he said that there's that on because he's alluding that there could be something else, but is not giving a definite answer.
Okay.
I basically want to know if he does have something else planned for tonight. That is meant to be a surprise.
Excuse me, goodness.
You can make your insight roll.
Nice.
Good roll.
Okay.
Almost a crit. Almost a crit.
It's always almost a crit, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's terrible.
The 2 dice is a real tough one.
I'll be 2 seconds. I'm gonna go move into my girlfriend's rooms because they're being loud and I can't focus.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. While the doctor's like trying to give him the eye, trying to figure him out, I say to the harpy, "Oh, but anticipation makes it so much sweeter."
Doctor, you don't get a very good read on him. He's keeping a fairly even tone and a fairly, straight face.
Gonna be so disappointed if he's promising something and there's nothing.
To be fair, it is the harpy. He might be fucked.
What was
He
that,
has been
Justin?
fucked. I said it is the harpy. He might be fucking. It's not like he didn't fuck with us before.
And we showed him up, correct?
No.
Sort of. It was a tie.
It was a tie.
Luke declared it was in his favor.
I'm back.
Luke isn't playing. Luke is listening.
I mean, that sounds like your problem.
Ah. Thank you, SpongeBob from the back.
I wanna look at the girl person and just ask how she is, how she's doing.
The Primogen?
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, he's gonna be like, how are you?
God damn it.
She turns towards Finn with what looks like mild amusement bordering on annoyance. Well.
Did you say you're well? That's not Finian, that's just me asking.
Yes, well.
Okay. I thought I heard dwell and I was like, what's dwell? Yeah, he'd just sort of like nod and be like, that's good. And then not really know what to say. He'd compliment her dress. Be like, I like your outfit.
Don't be so modest, Conti. Entertain the boy. They're just gonna keep asking questions if you don't indulge them.
Why is it still so loud? Sorry.
It's okay.
I probably turned it off when I went into here because they're like, oh, I can do it.
Okay.
But yeah, no, he'd yeah, he'd just sort of like be standing there just, I like your dress.
Thank you. It
No
is not
problem.
my job to keep your Malkavian entertained.
I rest a hand on Finn's shoulder. Finian, would you do me a favor?
He'd like already start walking off.
Oh.
I don't know, to go grab them something to drink or something.
Yeah, it was going to be, hey, well, why don't you go get one of those special blood bags that we got from your friend?
Yeah, no, he already knew it was coming. So yeah, he'd go off and go grab them something to. But I think he'd still wanna listen in around like where he's going and see if he hears anything interesting or picks up on anything interesting.
Fair enough.
And not necessarily just from that group, like just literally anyone.
So, Miss Conti.
She turns and looks at you.
You advise the princess, correct?
Yes, as Primogen, I give the prince my advice.
How long have you been doing so?
She laughs loudly. Oh dear, don't you know it's rude to ask a woman her age? I like your boldness, though.
I'm an acquisitive type.
You'll have to forgive the dear doctor. She doesn't get out very much.
Oh, these Tremere really rarely do.
Yes. Well,
Always nose deep in a book studying something.
Always studying something. She looks towards the doctor.
I am not looking at Epione at all. It's like, Don't need to be doing that one. But yeah, I'm gonna just let's see.
Well, if you want time to think, I think it's about time for our 5-minute break.
Cool. That sounds like a great idea.
Coolios.
Woo, I'm free.
No, you get back in the hole. I'm keeping Luther trapped.
Go to bed,
But
man.
it's dark in here.
Oh no, it's echoing.
Oh no!
You have too much fun with that.
I
Yeah,
need to use
sorry.
mine more.
I'm gonna wait.
Oh yeah, we're at about a break time. We can take a pause here. So let's take 5 minutes, y'all. I'm going to run the with advantage promo again. So it's going to be 5 minutes. So let's take 5. We'll step away. I'll try not to slice my hand open this time so that I can
Please
end it on
don't.
time. So everybody hang out. I'm going to deafen the chat so I won't hear anything for while it's running, but we'll be back in 5.
Cool.
Coolios.
So, what is With Advantage? With Advantage is a charity event hosted right here at Forgebreaker and put together by some pretty amazing individuals that cover the D&D and tabletop RPG communities. And it's a means for us to spotlight those that we have lost or have been affected by Alzheimer's or dementia. This event is also a way to bring the community together to raise awareness and, of course, money for Alzheimer's research through the Alzheimer's Association. On November 4th through the 8th, our players will participate in a series of one-shots, a bunch of 3-hour events with one specific goal in mind. celebrating those affected by this disease. And for every $10 donation, our players will earn advantage tokens, which they can use at any time to benefit themselves and their party, and to solve puzzles and have fun and enjoy this game that we love, and do so with advantage. But that's not really why we're doing this. We're doing this to raise awareness to a very serious condition that affects more than 5.8 million Americans every year, and to raise money for research into a cure so that someday we'll be celebrating our first Alzheimer's survivor. In fact, why don't you check out this video, which really puts things into perspective of just how deeply this disease touches the lives of people all over the world. This event is something that's become very personal to me, and those who signed up to participate as well. For me, it was my father and my grandmother, both taken by dementia, and I saw firsthand with my father, watching as his health declined and everything that he was would slowly deteriorate. It was the most helpless feeling I've ever experienced in my life. And knowing there was nothing I could do to save him didn't help. But that's why we're here doing this. We've added some incredible sponsors to our event and brought in some veterans of D&D and tabletop RPGs to bring something truly unique and something that touches so many of our lives, and to celebrate those that we love and our families. So with that, we ask that you tune in November 4th through the 8th from 4 p.m. until 1 a.m. every single night for With Advantage, so that maybe someday we can find a cure for this disease so we don't have to do this anymore.
Everything. It's a lot of work. Or you can do just one module. Or you can mix it up with a couple of them. But like, you could be part of the Second Inquisition and be a hunter cell. You're a human being.
Mm-hmm.
What did I come back to?
Suck.
We haven't dealt with the Second Inquisition yet.
Hi, what did I come back to?
In general.
Oh, okay.
Just chatting.
We're explaining to Kay about the different modules and things of
Gotcha.
darkness.
Yeah,
So-
Hunter the Vigil's
Carries
pretty
our
neat.
best.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think like, yeah, so I think the first edition came out about 1990, I think.
Oh wow.
Something like that, yeah, like a big while ago. And then there was like this huge meta plot in sort of all the games that came out for it. Like, these races were literally coming to an end. Like, there was going to be like some really catastrophic event.
Mhm.
So, Vampire the Masquerade, there was constant talk about the last days of the Vampire's Gehenna.
Yeah.
Which, in 5th edition, apparently came in the form of... Some vampires believe it came in the form of the Inquisition. Because...
Oh, there's the Thin Bloods.
And the Thin Bloods, yep.
I've been wanting to do a Thin Blood for a while.
Well,
They seem like fun, actually.
actually, well, this is the thing. But yeah, Krista, I
Yes?
did actually come up with a concept for that game you were juggling around thinking about doing.
Oh, good, because I have a doodly dad premise. Yes, that is the word that I was looking for.
I was wondering if I could possibly play a caitiff.
Caitiff?
Caitiff.
Is it caitiff?
It's caitiff, but forgive him, he's
Like a-
British.
Yes,
It's
that's
caitiff
silly.
like Kane.
It's
So
that silly.
Caitiff is... That's not the Thin Blood, right?
No, caitiffs are different.
They are
They're
vampires.
clanless.
They're full-blooded vampires without a clan, basically.
They're like they're not much better than a Thin Blood, according to the Camarilla.
Yeah. I mean, that
that's
doesn't
not
bother
true,
me
but
any.
I mean, if you look at like fuckers like Mukhtar Bey, who is literally one of the most powerful vampire barons, independent from any of the sects, he's caitiff.
Yeah, they really don't like independent vampires.
Well, I'm not saying my one would be an independent vampire, but
Oh no,
saying,
I'm
like,
saying in general.
Yeah,
Because
but-
it's like, no, we have to have structure. You can be this is basically red versus blue, or whatever your two major political parties are. Yeah, you're either part of the Anarchs or you're part of the Camarilla, and
Wow.
if you're
Or the
something
Sabbat.
else, yeah, if you're part of something else, you're either a horrible person or nobody gives a shit. Like that is it.
I think,
Go on, sorry.
well, by the end of, no, that,
Okay, so sorry, I'm looking back up, like I'm looking up stuff. So is Bloodlines an actual like game?
Yes.
yes.
Okay.
There's
video
an
game,
old
yeah, it's
one
really fun.
that is kind of shit by today's standards. Like
Mhm.
the
It's
graphics
dated.
Graphics-wise,
it-
it's
it
crap,
was-
yeah.
Yeah, I was like,
But-
are they the Sims looking people?
Yeah.
It is kind of fun though.
It is fun. Get the mods for it. It's fine.
Get the mods.
And there's a new one coming next year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
Oh, I
Bloodlines
hope that's
2.
so good.
Bloodlines 2 is set in a different city, and you play as a Thin Blood.
Mm-hmm.
You start as a Thin Blood.
You can always Diablerize.
Yeah, well,
And then-
that's what they're saying is going to happen. You start as a Thin Blood, and by the end of the like tutorial area, you're offered the chance to join a clan, and they're suspecting you get to Diablerize somebody to take their clan powers.
So and then is the Harley Quinn looking girl a Malkavian?
Yes, and she
Okay.
has a twin sister who shows
let's
up.
not spoil the surprise on that
Yeah.
one.
It's alright.
That's a big spoiler surprise. Yeah.
Well, I don't think she watches LA by Night, so that
No,
was what I
she
was going to.
doesn't.
That's what I was
But-
going to say. I was going to say her sister shows up in LA by Night.
Both of them do.
Oh, really? Who plays her
Yes.
sister?
Same person.
That's hilarious.
I mean, they're twins.
I know. That's awesome.
That's
Wait,
perfect.
so
Hang on.
then is LA by Night a podcast
So-
video?
It's
Mhm.
on Geek and Sundry. But I'll send you a link later on.
Okay. Yeah,
Alright.
because
We
I
are
like the
getting
comms.
back to
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
As
Yeah.
fun as this is.
Let's jump back in it.
Okay, that'd be just be quick.
Alright, we'll
But-
come back to Werewolf the Apocalypse. I am your
Yeah, I'm playing a bunyip.
Nice. I don't know what that is, but nice.
I don't know what it is either.
Yeah.
I'll be playing the Irish vampire, or not Irish, the fucking I forgot what they're called, but yes, the Irish werewolves. The
You're trying so hard.
Quiet.
Never. This joke has gone on too far.
It has.
Anywho.
Okay. So we come back to Elysium. You're talking to the primogen of the Ventru and the Harpy,
I'm not.
who is also a Ventru. Finian has left.
Sniff, sniff.
Yeah, he's just getting like a drink though, right?
He's snooping around, sort of. He's listening to see if there's anything else he can do, anything that catches his eye or his ear. He does plan on coming back, obviously.
It's like everyone is so guarded, they won't tell you what kind of perfume they used this morning.
Unfortunately, that's how these events go.
Lack of knowledge becomes dull quickly.
Secrets are a valuable commodity. You need to be offering something to gain something. Nobody just giving it willingly.
The thing you have to understand here is this is a battlefield as much as anything with weapons would. You have to be very careful how you use your words.
Navina is quite right. But I recommend giving that kind of pep talk away from others.
What?
That was the Harpy that you were still having a conversation with.
No, oh, yeah, no. I'm speaking quietly to, like, because they didn't understand. But yeah, I will have that conversation elsewhere. But I've been warning them!
Mm-hmm.
Maybe push the talk?
Yeah.
Gotta love roommates, right?
Yeah, especially on one.
And like, the thing that's annoying is that whenever, sorry, I'm gonna like rant for like literally 0.2 seconds. Literally, like whenever they're doing homework or doing their thing, I'm like, shh, be quiet. But the moment I have to do something and the two of them are together, they're like screaming and going crazy. Okay, I'm done.
That's just roommates in general.
That's roommates, and it gets worse when they're, you know.
Yeah, my sisters are that way too. It's I have a very set streaming time, which is this same block, and it's like whenever they're together and downstairs, it's noisy, and it's like, guys, you know this is when I work. It's like, please.
Yeah.
Paranoia will be the death of this existence. All I need is the ability.
Are you talking out loud or?
Are we still talking?
More just muttering to myself.
Oh, all right. Forgive me. Navina will be ignoring this pretty much from now on. Yeah. So, what are the Harpy and the Primogen talking about?
The Harpy and the
Yes.
The Primogen is asking the harpy about what colors are in fashion, because it's really the harpy's decision at that point. They decide the quote-unquote correct fashion to wear.
Mm-hmm.
And the harpy replies with, well, you know, the long finger armor type metalwear is going out of fashion.
I'd like to backhand someone with a long armored finger type.
Is he
Both
saying that because I'm wearing one?
I don't know, is that why he's saying that?
Do you want to pick up on that subtle hint?
I will make a note of this. I'm not joking either.
I heard the typing.
Avina will remember this.
This is where we decide who lives and who dies.
No, I am. My arm that's on Desra is just idly like tapping on her arm, and it's got the metal, like the claw ring, the whole finger ring, just tapping.
Are either of them wearing red right now?
The harpy's wearing a black suit with a red tie. The Primogen is wearing a long... I just had a blank moment.
Mm-hmm. A long
Dress?
Yes, a long dress.
Okay.
What color is it?
A very deep royal purple.
Okay.
Okay.
And Desra kind of clears her throat at the comment of the metal being out, and she says, "Seems to me that folk who be wearing all red are making a social faux pas. Ain't the kind of party to be sporting such colors. Only the harpy can pull it off in such style." Kind of eyeing the tie.
Are you kissing up to the fucking harpy?
No, I'm talking down to the man in red who's watching from the balcony to the harpy.
Absolutely. But also, are you in the process? Are you kissing up to the harpy?
The harpy's also wearing red, so if I said red is shit right now, it would probably offend our host. Yeah, that's why she added only the harpy can pull it off.
Got it.
The harpy does give a smile and nods in your direction. As you are standing there and talking, Navina, you feel a hand.
Mm-hmm.
You turn and you see the prince standing behind you.
Your Highness. I turn fully to face her.
Navina, come walk with me.
Is there something wrong?
No, nothing's wrong. Worry about that.
Q immediately worrying about that. I look at Desra. I glance to see if I can spot Finian.
I actually don't think he plans on coming back.
Oh no.
At least not to that. So don't worry though, he's not gonna do anything wrong. I just think he
no.
If there's like a window or something, he's just sort of standing over there looking outside just because he feels like it. He doesn't feel like going back to the conversation.
If you leave, that is very bad.
I like that just the initial gut reaction of everyone is, oh no.
Yeah, no, he's genuinely just like, he was just sort of like, after that whole interaction, he's just sort of like, okay then, and he's just like off like doing his own thing because he's like, obviously people don't want to talk to me, sort of thing.
It's fuck this shit, I'm out.
Yeah, Epione's not enjoying this party anymore. She's in Finn's place too.
Yeah. I pat Desra on the arm and say, Desra, my dear, would you please check to see Finn is alright?
Of course.
And I look to the Primogen and to the Harpy, and I give a respectful but not overly submissive bow of like my head and like pull the dress out slightly.
And to top that off, Desra does like the gentlemanly handoff, and she says, "Ain't worried, you're gonna be in good hands regardless," and passes you off to the prince.
Oh, do I get to hang off of the prince's arm?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I'd rather be here than strung up on a cross.
The night is still young.
I am... mark me down as scared and horny.
Scorny.
Yeah, no, but I'm going to stay composed. I'm gonna go with the prince holding onto her arm. And obviously the prince is leading. I'm walking with the prince.
I'll keep my
Desra's going to go find...
Yeah, I'll go find Finian.
And I'll keep a respectable distance from the prince so as not to interfere with them, but just be close if I...
If I could fucking sweat bullets, I would be. It's so kind of you to take time out of your very busy day for just me. It's an honor. Okay, I was gonna say, I see a green circle, but I hear... Hello?
The prince smiles and leads you towards one of the main floor.
Oh?
You've done well in your few years. Such little time.
I don't like to waste time. Imagine what would happen in the next 20 if I keep this pace.
And she leads you out onto a outdoor balcony area.
Ooh.
And I think we'll stop that conversation for now.
Ah!
Yeah, and Finian.
She's like, "You're a threat to me," and then pushes you over.
Yeah, this is how I die. I see. Ark wanted to have the fucking hobo show up. Didn't want my
Sure.
princess bitch to be here anymore. I see how it is.
Chestnut, I love Navina.
I love Navina so much.
That doesn't mean
I
she's
love all
safe.
of my shit children. Also, I can't wait for you guys to one day hopefully meet the goddamn hobo. He is a good boy. Ark knows.
Yep. But Desra, you find Finian sulking, staring out the window.
Finian.
Yeah.
You okay, boy?
He'd like scrunch up his nose a bit and then just be like, yeah, not really a party person.
Shame. Was going to see if you wanted to dance.
I don't know how to dance.
Don't worry. I've had a century to learn. Can teach ya. She'll hold out a hand.
Aww.
Okay!
And
he'd like, yeah.
Yeah, and so Desra will lead Finian very much to the center of the dance floor and give one of those gestures to the DJ to put on something good.
Wait, okay, I have a question.
Mhm.
Because they're very much like old school and like, oh, we're going
This
to
is
show
the
how...
Camarilla, not the Anarchs. This
Mhm.
is a string quartet or
Yeah,
whatever.
that's what I was
Oh,
gonna
okay.
ask.
Sorry, excuse me. I didn't know if they like had like just somebody playing music or if they had an actual band. Okay, she'll gesture to the band to put on something good. Actually, she'll go up to the band and considering they're old, I guess can I do an etiquette roll or something related to it to see if asking them to do something jazzy big band is appropriate?
You slide the lead singer a 20 and you see how it goes.
Yeah. Can I make a check to see?
Sure, let's go with...
Because I'm genuinely not sure like where Camarilla's like level of appropriate music stops. But Desra has 100 years of music appreciation, so she can go all the way back to her roots if she needs to.
I'd say intelligence etiquette would be
Okay.
appropriate.
Let's see what I get. 2.
In your experience, it kind of varies from party to party. We've never heard anything like past these 1960s.
Okay, so it is very safe to assume then. Yeah, I'll have them put on some like upbeat big band jazz, and then she'll take the center of the dance floor and probably not have like the spotlight be on her, but you know, one of those things where it's like, we're here, look at us bitches kind of moments.
I'll just stand in the threshold of the entranceway to inside and outside, and I look one way and I watch them dance, and then I look the other way and just make sure that I still have.
So you're aware, Doctor, that the door is very much closed.
Oh, okay. Well, then I just stay near it and watch the dance and remain
for any
statuesque, and I
screams.
just stand there and look pretty.
But yeah, I definitely want this to be just like a look at the Marischal taking the lead and putting themselves in the center stage again.
This can only go well.
Desra, I want you to... I know I want it to be a performance roll.
Yeah, I realized that performance was a check and that I have no dots in it, so this is going to be hilarious.
What happened to that?
Is there a way I
had
can
years-
assist?
I'd say
Yeah,
he gets a
absolutely.
bonus for 100 years of.
Yeah.
How do you assist?
You just end up giving them dice.
I mean,
essentially.
I will take dice because I need it.
Yeah. Even though
Alright.
I don't really have any experience, but there.
I think I'm gonna have to say dexterity performance.
That's fair because it is body motion for dexterity. Yeah. And then what's the bonus for Finn helping? Just one?
I believe it's +2.
+2.
I could be wrong.
I
but
will take your judgment and take 2
3
dice.
dexterity.
We'll call it +2 for now, and I'll check after.
Yeah,
But,
no.
yeah,
Like
matter
you
if it's
won't
wrong.
hear me complain for 2 extra dice. All right, let's see what we do here. Hey, 3 successes.
Nice.
Too bad you can't reroll the hunger.
I mean, hey, that's fine.
At least it's not a brutal critical.
Yeah, no,
You start swing dancing with Finn and bash his head open. Good job.
Yeah. No, that would have been the jump on it clip if I had the brutal critical where I just chuck him into the crowd accidentally. just yeet him off to the side.
Did I have to mark anything for my
baby boy?
my unsuccessful awareness check because I got a 0 on the hunger, or no? I'm still confused about hunger dices.
So hunger dice act like normal dice unless you get a 1.
So a 1 is when you have to mark something?
No.
A 1 is called a brutal failure. And essentially you will have something very bad happen if you fail the roll.
When it's a green one.
Okay.
No, that is a messy critical. That is when something good happens, but in a bad way.
Okay. Okay. I'll eventually get the hang of it. I'll just trust that someone will be like, you gotta mark
It's
something, and I'll be
okay.
like, cool. I'll mark it.
It's a bit of a confusing system.
Hold up.
It's alright, I'll get used to it.
But yes, you take to the dance floor, do the jazzy, swingy music. And Finian tries, but his footwork's sloppy.
Yeah, she's
but
very
that's
much
right,
leading and guiding Finian through the motions.
And that's why you made the roll.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, it's a overall very good performance. And you do kind of get like a 5-foot space around you, kind of on the center of the floor. And there are people noticing and most likely judging.
Mm-hmm.
Always judging. Forever judging.
I think, like, while they're dancing, like, he's, like, enjoying it, but at the same time, he's just sort of, like, he'll, like, eventually just sort of, like, speak up and be like, I get the feeling that it wasn't an accident that I didn't get an invitation.
She gives Finian like a little twirl and a dip, and she says, "Don't be looking too hard into it. Your clan has a stigma behind it, and the harpies, well." She like does the like lean in and says it soft enough that nobody would overhear. He's a bit of a prick, and then she'll pull, and she'll pull him back up and continue dancing.
He'd like smile a little bit and be like, "Speaking of my clan, I don't know much about them.
We should take you on a trip to go meet some. They'd love to have you, I'm sure."
What are like... All the clans confuse me.
That's only natural. Each clan is a representation of the original vampires formed by Cain. As far as I know, Malkav was his name?
Finian will like his eyes will like...
Yeah, out of character, Malkav is the name of the original Malkavian, right?
I believe so.
Antediluvian,
Yeah. Yeah, the original Malkavian, Malkav, is the reason you got your eccentricities.
Oh, continue.
All of the clans are just a passing of the blood from the originals who spawned. So, yeah, we having Malkav to thank for the way you are, but that ain't a bad thing.
While she's like saying this, he would sort of like look confused but also like concerned at the same time and sort of be like, am I supposed to know who those people are?
And she'll like do another like twirl and stuff and just be like, you got time to be learning. You're still young.
Okay.
100 years give you a bit of insight. Oh, and don't be telling anyone how old I am.
I wasn't planning on it. Mm-hmm.
Now he is.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's really all he was sort of planning on bringing up during the dance.
Yeah, well, I think we give it just like a final impressive flourish as the music ends.
Dips Finn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And by the end of it, he's like a little bit more, obviously.
I would be showing off Oblivion
Comfortable.
powers, but I know it's not acceptable at all.
It's Elysium.
Yeah, exactly. It's like I would definitely be using tentacles to dance, but
That's hot.
I know it's like it sounded so cool, and I was like, no, fuck, we're in Elysium, and I'm also a Lasombra, so I probably shouldn't be showing off my powers in front of everybody. Yeah, those tentacles aren't just for fighting, guys.
Oh, shoot! Never mind. I was gonna say, wait, I could have totally just while that was going on, have used, Silence of Death so that no one heard us talk.
Oh.
But it's okay.
Oh, that would have been...
I'd allow it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if I have to, I don't think I have to roll anything.
Does it ask for a hunger roll?
It just says theater, I'll display it. I don't know if that's the mechanics part. I don't know. I can't remember what I pasted. Because I didn't put anything in the rolls, like, so I sort of just think it's something.
No, I think it just happens because it says sense the unseen is the only way to pick it up.
Cost free.
Yeah, so it looks like you're good.
Cool. Well, yeah, then he would have done that before he said anything, but
yeah, I think I don't think that's an issue, because then, yeah, our conversation would have remained private. And I think the subtle powers are okay. You just can't put the ones that have a visual effect going on.
Or black people's memory.
Yeah, like white people's memory. Or shadow tentacles to do dancing.
You can't spin Finn around with shadow tentacles at Elysium.
Yeah.
Sadness.
yeah.
Imagine how cool that would look.
It would have been awesome. Especially with that good roll.
You rolled really well for someone that has no,
has no points in it. It's because Finn was helping.
Hey.
All right, I think we're done.
Yeah.
Anything for the good doctor?
Give me one moment. I am looking through notes.
Ow. Sorry.
What the fuck was that?
So sometimes I get bored, and right now I'm using a nail clipper to cut up like this weird toothpick floss thingy. And it wasn't clipping, and then it clipped really hard and hurt me. But it's okay.
You okay?
Yeah, it was more just like I had to press really hard down, and then it like pressed into my finger, the handle. But it's okay, I'll stop now.
Doctor, as you're standing off to the side, kind of just waiting, looking, observing, you hear a voice from nearby. Lauren, I trust you're having a good time.
I'm gonna glance off and who do I see?
Your sire.
Ah! Oh, fuck.
Professor.
Doctor.
I hadn't seen you earlier. I had a feeling you might be wondering about. Come to pick my mind again.
Always.
party was interesting for a time. Everyone dances around illusion and secrets. It is not a benefit to us as a whole.
It's a benefit to those in power, and it's an opportunity for those not.
And you weren't wrong when you told me that I had a desire to truly benefit people. I don't think this is the end. Do you think it's possible for a vampire to overcome their weaknesses?
Which weaknesses are you referring to?
Our lack of versatility. I just think how much more difficult is it for a vampire to pioneer into some place like space? The need for blood makes that far more difficult. Steady blood. Even if we're physically more capable of withstanding such trauma. Then there's other monsters out there that are on a scale greater than ours. Why are we not at the top of the food chain?
Lauren, look around you. We control the cities. Werewolves, they don't do much. They don't care. We have more power than. Have you met a werewolf yet?
No, but I spend most of my time in the basement doing research.
Good, I wouldn't recommend very ghastly, tribalistic, quite disgusting, really.
It's difficult working with limited resources when there's a masquerade to consider. I understand the reason.
Unfortunately, it is a necessary evil. I'll put in a good word with our Primogen. That'll get you more access to study materials at the very least.
Thank you, Professor. Do you require an update?
If you'd like.
One of my recent projects was to see how capable it was for one clan to learn disciplines normally outside their own. It's come with mixed success.
What kind of success?
Well, I suspect that I can use certain gene therapy to grant access to transformative powers. And I kind of gesture to the corpse on the cross. When the Marshal collected the gangrel there, I was allowed a little bit of their blood to experiment with. I have yet to truly test the potion. It took time.
And what went wrong?
I lost some materials. My own fault. But it won't happen again. I had more than one sample, though. It's not a terrible setback.
I'll be interested to hear about your progress.
Your faith in me is frighteningly inspiring.
Lauren, there's a reason I sired you. I trust you'll make our clan stronger.
I will. My greatest ambition is my studies. And I kind of have like that, like, meek, submissive look.
He smiles, and then he leans over and kisses your cheek. I'll stay in contact. And he will walk off.
And then once he's out of sight, there's just the very slightest hint of a grimace. But for the most part, I keep that same statuesque, stand there, look pretty deal.
Just so the chat is aware, in the Discord right now, there are a bunch of gifs going around about how Lauren should have kept quiet.
I'm sure
We're
it's
gonna
fine.
die.
I said I was super careful with my words. I said nothing that implicated us.
Okay. If you say so. Fine, everything is fine. Look at my perfectly face.
Doug, when he enters the
Would
party.
you like me to step down?
Sorry?
I mean, I didn't say.
No, we were just riffing. So sorry.
No, it's like. But did I say anything wrong?
No,
Cause,
no, you didn't. No.
Because I was trying to be very careful not to mention that anything got out of hand, just that I lost materials.
Oh no, I think you're okay. No, I'm
Okay.
sorry.
On that side, you did great. It's just that the content of what you're talking about is fucking terrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I'm well aware. Yeah, I'm super. It was like I'm trying to be very cautious of what Navina said and keep hidden any negative points.
I think you did okay.
Okay, cool.
We're more freaking out that you mentioned anything at all.
Okay. Alright, because I was aware that I was talking about a dangerous subject, but I was also aware that I needed to not say anything that implicated us.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't sure, like, after I saw all those gifs, I was like, shit, did I mess up?
No, you didn't. Also, we're all gonna mess up. I have already fucked up.
Same!
Jimmy is dead because I fucked up.
Finian asked the Prince a question he probably shouldn't have.
No,
I mean, if
if
we want the whole Marischal to fuck up, I can do my shadow powers for the dancing.
Let's not.
No,
you're an asshole.
There's a reason Desra's been around 100 years.
Yeah.
No, it's like, yeah, I just wasn't sure if I did anything
You did good.
wrong.
You did good.
Okay.
I promise you did good.
I'm putting everyone in uncomfortable situations here.
You are. I am glad I took my anxiety. Jesus.
And now we are going to cut back to the balcony.
Great. Now I know why.
The prince has led you over to the edge, looking out over Vancouver. Navina?
Yes?
Remind me how long you've been in the Marischal.
It's been a little more than a year now.
Yes, and already you've impressed me.
That's high praise.
I've never been impressed with someone that's had less than a year around me. Look out, and she gestures to the skyline. What do you see?
Opportunity. Lots and lots and lots of opportunity.
I see my domain, what I'm meant to rule over. And in there I see everyone just wants to take it, piece by piece.
Why, is there a problem with anarchs in Vancouver?
Not anarch so much.
Who's trying to take it from you?
Oh. Sorry, I'm blanking on a word here.
It's okay.
Ambition, kindred.
Maybe I should retract my statement from before. When I say opportunity, I don't want your seat. But there's a lot that I can learn yet. And I can only learn it out there. Doing things to help you. Then again, that might be the venture side of just peeking out. And she smiles.
The Blue Bloods are always ambitious.
I wouldn't settle for anything less.
But remember that I'm the prince, and I've kept the seat. I want you to make me a promise.
A promise?
I need to know that you'll be by my side.
Me?
I want unwavering loyalty from you.
That's a lot to ask of any kindred, though. I only hesitate because that sort of thing is terrifying to me.
Navina?
Yes?
Your phone begins to ring.
Meow. No,
That is the ringtone. That is the ringtone.
No, it's not. So I bit shell shocked at this question that is a loaded question. I glance at my phone. Like, who's calling?
Your on again, off again girlfriend.
For fuck's sake. I look at the prince and say, it's so hard when people still think you're alive. And I will hang up and then text back, bit busy at the moment, we'll talk to you very soon, and put it away.
Are you going to put it on silent?
Yes. Well, I'll put it on vibrate so that it doesn't ring again. What's the prince doing?
She is looking at you. I need someone I know I can rely on.
Yes.
Desra's a former Sabbat. There's always going to be affinities there.
I would
Finian's a
trust.
Malkavian. He has his eccentricities. Dr. Epione will always be more dedicated to her thing else.
I would trust Ezra with my life. And I say that fully aware of where Desra's come from. And Finn isn't so bad. He's quirky and odd. But he's still... Ooh, my computer had a hiccup. He's still basically a child, even if he wasn't kindred. So I would grant him at least a little leeway myself.
I understand. And that's why they're in the Marechal. But I want someone I know I can rely on, no matter what happens. Can you be that person for me, Navina? Your phone is vibrating again.
Yeah, that's okay. That's cool. That's cool. I'm gonna ignore the phone right now. Why this all of a sudden? This is a bit much. I don't. Is there something that's going to happen? Is there? Can you tell me why you're asking this of me? I don't understand.
You met Mr. Cade?
Yes.
I believe he's planning something against me.
We get to kill him.
You see, Navina is intrigued at this prospect. I have a condition.
I'm aware of who he sired.
You know why I became kindred.
She nods. She sets her hand on yours.
I love my mother. We have a bit of a rocky relationship, but I don't want to go head to head against her. That would be like going against my entire clan. I couldn't do that. But if it's Cade, I give you my word, I will slit him completely open and leave his guts for the crows before dawn comes to claim him. That I will swear to you. Easily. I don't care if he is planning something. That man, I can't stand him. And yes, that might be a little bloodthirsty. Honestly, this party has kind of been a bit bloodthirsty with your entertainment.
The prince smiles.
But I have to ask, Your Highness. Finn was out of line to ask you why. But now that we're here, away from everyone, I will swear to secrecy that whatever you say will not be repeated, not even to my coterie. He didn't break the Masquerade, did he? To go off of what might be, based on what Finn had in his premonition, when you know what's going to happen, you can change it.
And I did. It wasn't the only reason he suffered the final death.
Why? These kids today with their texting and murder.
It's the perfect gift for this situation.
Yeah, it kind of fucking is.
I think we got an episode title for today too: texting and murder.
Texting and murder. Yeah, right now
I
it is,
approve.
don't it?
Thank you,
So-
Colonel Mustard.
Yeah. So yeah, she's asking, why'd you do it? What'd he do? In utter confidence.
I am sitting on information that could lead to open war with another sect.
The Sabbat?
I killed him so that wouldn't leak.
Wait, is this something? Oh, if you're in danger, we need to know about it. We're your guard. And that's not trying to be intrusive, that's simply us doing our job.
It's information that I and few others have. Jimmy was unlucky, but it needed to be done.
I have no empathy towards what happened to Jimmy. It was a spectacle, certainly, and definitely got a point across. And I can tell you one thing. Cade looked like he noticed. I don't know what sort of effect that might bring about. But you still haven't told me how we can help, and you haven't given your word that nothing would happen to my mother.
I can't promise nothing will happen, but I promise to not make her suffer true death. I'm sure you've seen that she's not quite normal.
She's acting weird, but I don't know why. And maybe it's because I'm new. The only other time I've seen somebody is she blood bonded like a ghoul is? Is that what's going on?
I think so.
Fuck. I understand how I understand how they're made, how they're maintained, but I don't know what it does to their... I thought I turned the phone off. I swear fucking
No,
God.
that was mine.
Oh no, I was trying to incorporate it into the scene. Is there a way to break it?
Yes, but not easily, and not tonight.
No, if that sort of thing's happened to my mother, I assume if she's going to act like the only way that you would get her away from Cade is by force. And this is supposed to be a party.
We're at Elysium.
We are at Elysium as well. Not only that, if Cade is going to try something, pulling my mother into it, my position, is only going to spark. Did that pick up?
No.
Knowing my position is only going to spark civil war. I need to get on this as soon as I can.
I don't want open war in the streets.
No. I need to find out everything I can about Cade. How much do you know of him? Because I can tell you the personal affair between him and my mother and how she ended up the way she did. Because trust me, she was very much a Ventru before she ever got turned. Let's just
Cade
say...
is
Go ahead.
ambitious. And I'm certain that he is planning on remaking Vancouver into his own image.
If this was an Elysium, I would ask for permission to do terrible things to that man.
The only reason he's here is because it's Elysium.
Exactly. How far from the premises does Elysium last? Or is... No, wait, no, because I know one of the rules is like they're allowed to leave, like to go home. Okay, never mind. Scratch that. I forgot. I forgot the rules of Elysium. Shit. Your Highness, I don't know how much longer you plan to stay, but I would like to take my coat and leave. But if we leave before you do, it would be out of line. I'd like to form some sort of plan of attack.
She smiles. I'll take that as yes then.
You gave me your word on my mother.
She will not suffer the final death. And we will try to avoid injuring her.
Thank you. And I'm going to,
She squeezes your hand.
I was going to say I kiss her on both cheeks.
She squeezes your hand and kisses you.
Like, for reals?
Yes.
Oh, fuck. Is this, like, something I need to roll to contest? Is she mind
Do you want to resist the prince?
Is she... I'm just curious. Is she doing mind powers on me?
No.
Okay. Then no. I like my head on its shoulders. If she's going to kiss me, then yes, I will let her kiss me. And yeah, I will reciprocate to some degree. But I'm not going to like push the envelope, as it were. That's again, mark me down as scared and horny. There's way too much. I just saw you cut off his head.
I don't see a problem with it.
I see a big problem. I want to die.
Shit's hot, you.
Yeah. So when Navina pulls back, she smiles. No. Did Navina bite her lip before kissing? No. What, you think she's a schoolgirl?
Wasn't talking about Naveen.
Oh. Ark?
No.
No, I
No,
figured.
she's just seducing you.
Cool. But she's not mind controlling me, so got that on my side.
You got that going for you.
At least not yet.
Yeah. God, these fucking gifts, I swear. Nobody else can see the gifts but us.
Yep.
So I smile. Yeah, I smile when I finally pull back.
She cups your cheek, and then she begins to head for the door.
I will go and open the door, which is terribly out of character for who always has people open the door for her, but it's the prince.
It is the prince.
So you open the door for the fucking prince.
And to expedite the process, she tells the harpy that she is leaving for the night and leaves the Elysium.
I am gonna go out to the dance floor where I see two people having a good old time, and I'm gonna kill the mood. Sorry.
So yes, Desra and Finn are just finishing their dance. Final flourish, and Navina shows up.
Yep.
Did you have a good talk with the prince?
We need to get the doctor and go. First, we need to say goodbye to the harpy. Yada yada. But we need to leave.
Understood. And she's not going to question it because she knows that it will all be divulged. She gives Navina a look that says, just, or probably just says it, just let Natalia know we'll be leaving. I'll go find the doctor.
Will do. And I pull out my phone, and I'm not looking at who called me. I text Natalia and say, get the car ready. And then I check and see who's been calling me.
Finian's probably standing next to her.
You can't read.
He can't read, but he's still just standing next to her.
But you can't read, so it's
I know.
You have 3 missed calls from your on-again, off-again girlfriend.
Oh, that's not ominous at all.
That's bad news bears. This is a bad place for that kind of fun. Is there any text messages?
No.
Fuck. I put the phone away. I take Finn by the hand, and I head to where the harpy is.
Ezra, you want to go find the doctor?
Yes.
Heads down, looking a little paler than normal, if that's possible.
Pale for Tremere is very pale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're all right, doctor. You're looking a little thin in the blood.
My sire is going to be expecting information.
On what? No,
My research.
Don't tell me here. We can talk in the car. Navina says we need to be making our exit. If you have any goodbyes, now's the time to make them. We can talk about it in the car.
Let's go then.
Alrighty. I don't have anyone to say goodbye to.
We have to say goodbye to the harpy.
Oh, okay. Let's go say goodbye to the
You all
harpy.
kind of have to go together.
Okay,
Bye,
yeah.
harpy.
Then we
All
do
right.
it. Then we do it together. Bye, bitch. No, just kidding.
Basically, a just very very
Very
female
well.
Your party sucked.
Does Finn actually say that?
No.
No.
He wouldn't actually say anything to him. He'd just sort of like let everyone else sort of say bye, and then he'd be like, sort of nod.
I trust you all had a good time.
Oh, it was wonderful. I'm so sorry that we couldn't stay for the surprise. You'll have to tell us about it some other time.
He smiles and nods. And once again, thank you for donating the blood for this little venue.
Of course. I do hope you enjoy it. Read as, I hope you choke on it. In subtitles.
Of course. And you guys head for the elevator
Yep. Are we alone? Is
and
there a
head
ghoul in here?
downstairs. I think there's an elevator guy.
Fuck. Okay.
And there'd probably be cameras in the elevator, you'd think.
Cameras don't always pick up sound, though.
And I think that's where we're going to end for tonight.
No! 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 It hasn't even...
It's 8:30.
It's 8:30, but we started at 9:30. 2 hours. Please, sir, I want some more.
Meanwhile, Douglas is just having a nice, quiet night in.
We were fucking around way too much.
Camera,
Come on, man.
camera cuts to Douglas sitting in a bubble bath. Like, wonder how everyone else's night is going.
Yeah.
There's a cup of tea next to him.
His nicely painted nails.
Mm-hmm. Picture of the queen next to some candles.
He has the cucumbers on his eyes.
Probably should check up on them. Nah.
Okay, but we only got we seriously only got 2.5 hours. I keep cutting out.
This way.
Can we go a little longer?
I have family shenanigans I need to do. I'm sorry.
Well,
But I
thank you for
promise
letting me
I will.
sit in.
Damn it!
Of course. I hope the session was at least fun.
Oh, yeah.
I'm fucking
It
gonna
was.
have an aneurysm. God damn it, Art.
I think I picked on Navina the most.
I have a very clearer idea of where my character fits into Vancouver now, I think.
Oh, good.
Yep.
We'll have to talk about this.
Speaking of cucumbers, how much experience did we get?
Cucumbers?
I better open up the
What does that
rolls
even
now.
mean?
It was the perfect segue.
It was.
Yes.
Sure. Surely it was. It was the best of segues. It was the worst of segues.
I am so fucked.
You are. You honestly are.
Give us those good numbers, Art.
when she
Do
went to
not
kiss
think-
you.
Do not think that your hesitation wasn't noted by the prince.
Mm-hmm. The prince
It's
will
like,
remember
okay,
all of this.
Okay,
When-
but that's like beyond asking somebody to marry you. That's like I need
Oh.
100% loyalty forever.
I thought
Yeah.
I thought she would when she went to kiss you. I thought she like bit her tongue and was gonna feed you some of her blood.
Oh no.
I thought it was even better that she was asking for your complete loyalty while your girlfriend was calling. Well played,
My
Ark.
girlfriend is having a freak out at the
You're
moment.
Well
welcome.
played, Ark. That was good.
I thank you for that. I thought that was well planned on me.
See, I am like when she had said, like, oh, like what do you see when she looked out to the city, and then the girlfriend got the call. I thought that she had like sent someone to go kill her or something like that.
Well,
Yeah.
Well,
honestly.
see, that's a funny thing too, and I didn't want to interrupt that scene. You probably shouldn't mention that you have ties to mortals. It's
Yeah,
not a.
I went as soon as you said, "Oh, it's awkward when people still think you're allowed." So,
Uh-huh.
That
You
can okay. Pause. That can mean a lot of things. The prince knows that I'm in college. Like the prince knows that I do nightclub.
The
Yeah.
prince
There's no
the
way.
Prince also knew that Jimmy didn't make a masquerade.
So question then, logistically, so that we're not assuming things. Does the girlfriend count as part of your herd? Because that's still acceptable, or is it something different? And you don't have to say what if it is.
I played the fifth.
Okay. Then it is dangerous, and yeah, like just the inward flinch when I heard it was like, ooh, that's dangerous.
Yeah.
I didn't.
I don't know what your
I didn't-
dealings with the prince are, but as someone who knows how that stuff goes, it's generally not good that they know you contact mortals.
I mean,
I'm
I
a
read it. I
college
read it.
student.
Yeah, I read
No,
it as
but-
she's in college.
Yeah,
She's
they
like
know
been a
that I'm in
vampire for a
college.
year.
Hmm.
This is my last year of college before it's, oh no, I died. Oh, so sad.
Yeah, nobody knows that she's a vampire yet.
Yeah.
A lot of vampires would have said, "Why didn't you just rip the band-aid off straight away?"
Hmm.
Because I wanted a degree.
I think you played it up well, though.
Yeah, no. I definitely think that. I'm still a little bit afraid for you because
Mm-hmm.
princes
Oh.
are princes for a reason.
Yeah, okay. You're
They're fucking
afraid?
savvy.
I am really fucking afraid.
I feel bad that I have to leave you with this,
Uh-huh.
but
I'm
also
really
I
upset
don't.
right now with you. God damn it.
You guys get through experience.
Woo! All right, I'm gonna wrap up our stream and then we can talk afterwards.
Okay.
Everybody, thank you for watching. Thank you, Forgebreaker, for giving us a raid about halfway through with 5 additional viewers. Most of them did stick around to the end, so that was great. Remember that the With Advantage charity event will be November 4th through the 8th. PartyWipeGames will be participating through the charity. I will be running 2 games during those days. I think it's Wednesday and Friday that I'm running games. So do stop by, watch all of the events, but most importantly, watch mine because it's going to be hilarious. It also has to do with vampires. So it'll be a good time. And I
I'm
think
in one of them.
I think you're in the one that I'm doing for Barovia. So
Yeah, Weekend at Strahd's or whatever.
yep, Weekend at Strahd's. It's gonna be great. Catch us tomorrow on Forgebreaker's channel. Ark and I will be playing Storm King's Thunder, where we have to go dragon hunting. Or are the dragons hunting us? Stay tuned.
It's the latter.
Ooh.
Yeah, we walked into a dragon's lair, and did it wake up?
I don't remember.
Yeah, we basically walked right up to a dragon without realizing. So it's going to be fun. And my fighter will probably die because my characters always die in Forge's games. It's fine.
Mostly just in Tomb of Annihilation.
Do I
Guy
do I sense notes of bitterness there?
Kind of, but it's fine because nobody else ever seems to die. No, Guy Everyman died in Storm King's Thunder 2, so it's fine. Pandora was the only one. Pandora's my only character who's survived his games. But this is neither here nor there. Have a good night, everybody. We're going to end the stream. Good night.
Yay!
No.